Hopefully.
Checking. We're live. We're live. We live. We live. We live. We live.
Alive.
We are alive. Hey everybody. We're up. We're live. We're live.
We're terribly connected, but it's the way it is.
So long as we're connected, does it even matter? We tried so hard and got so far.
Did we?
But in the end,
All right, so we're live now. So my upload rate is garbage. So
Oh, no.
hopefully this works out all right. But welcome to another episode of Titular, episode 1010. We'll be talking about medieval games. We're going to take a look at some videos. We got first up top 20 new upcoming medieval games.
Hey.
Not sure who that by. Now Gaming Time. So go check out Now Gaming Time. We'll be looking at his video. And then we got one about Chivalry 2. So it's a gameplay of
will be
match.
Yep,
Links will be in the description.
Yep, description.
Once we're done going live. All right. So I'm Jason. This is Jenna. And
I'm John.
We're the titular heads. So let's get rolling on this video, huh?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I'm ready to
Knights in shining armor.
be somebody's knights in shining armor.
Vikings. Who doesn't love a good story from the Middle Ages? A fan favorite backdrop for many
medieval games are freaking great.
Historical reality with much
especially when they're brutal
ingredients like orcs and elves and
Bro,
magic and dragons.
That second video I shared
is something indescribable.
Is one game that I might reinstall as well. We could play that one time. Yeah.
Take a look at the best
Chivalry 2 is pretty cool.
Games of 2022 and 2023.
Think Squad, just medieval.
Let's get into it. And also, subscribe to this channel. If you're new around here, it will be really an honor to us. And please,
Chivalry though, it's got a problem with
subscribers.
It's got issues too.
It is time.
So
that is
first
true.
of all, we'll talk about Black Sea Games, Knights of Honor 2, Sovereign.
Last time I tried playing medieval, but we'll talk more about that later.
Become the king as you wrestle over control of Europe in this fresh-take and medieval real-time grand strategy.
Oh, look at that strategy game.
Armies, initiate diplomacy, and dabble in espionage. The path is open. Become the true sovereign of your people and raise armies to defend your lands and take war to the enemy.
I love the RTS styles.
Combat.
Yeah. It's almost like Total War, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I think Bannerlord is one of my favorite.
Well, let's talk about
I can play Bannerlord all, especially when you mod it out. It's so good.
Yeah.
Word song, huh?
Though we don't yet know any details about the story, players will take
We're discovering new games here.
Protagonist and will engage with the world's RPG mechanics, including combat and questing.
Word song. Pearl Abyss, never heard of them.
To Crimson Desert is the most anticipated upcoming
this is all fresh and new to me, man.
And action role-playing game developed and published by Pearl Abyss.
You know, that's the thing they're showing there with the snow. Like, snow is huge. Like, you doing snow right in a game totally changes the game. Like, the footprints, the trails, make it really look like you're, like, dragging your butt through the snow. It's definitely, a big +1 when you have that.
And that's a lot of games, at least medieval history, happened in that area. Like there are a lot of snowy stuff, especially when you play Viking games.
Yeah, but I mean,
Because
it also makes sense though that you wouldn't have a lot of war games in snow because like, they would actually just like pause. It's winter. We're not gonna fight in the snow.
oh god,
Could you imagine that in war? Like, game off, bad weather. We're going
well,
home.
that's also because nobody wanted to fight in bad weather.
No, we only fight in good weather. Damn it.
I haven't. Well, quite frankly, that's something that I haven't seen very often in medieval movies or something. War in winter.
Well, yeah, because
Maybe.
you don't fight in the winter. You're not gonna
Yeah,
go
that's
siege
true.
a castle in the winter. Like you're gonna be stuck out in the cold with no shelter.
That's right.
So it's
Huh.
better to just like when the spring hits, then it's time to go to war again.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The story shown in Crimson Desert revolves around Magdivson Martinas, the commander
This
of a
looks
group
pretty.
of mercenaries operating in the far north. In an
That
attempt to
looks
escape
good.
his
Whatever it
tragic
is.
past, he must ensure the survival of his teammates.
They came with their manners, rules.
I'm curious now.
I couldn't kill.
Oh, we got
less of a
trolls or something in the game.
up
It's
north,
semi fantasy.
we have our own way.
Oh, look
Oh,
at the
yeah.
orc.
They got orcs.
Maybe he's to blame, maybe he ain't. Young master, the lands here are cold and barren. You can starve to death for all I care.
Dang.
Seems like decent voice acting. Voice acting can go a long way in a video game.
Dangers, whether you're a
You can carry
Bro.
a not so great video game with really good voice acting.
only this strong.
One thing I like about the Warhammer universe is the fact that it's a perfect blend of sci-fi and medieval.
Well, now we talk to A Plague Tale Requiem. Embark on an
My brothers said this is really good.
I played the first game.
Uh,
So this is the sequel to it. I haven't got to the sequel yet. The first one though was freaking awesome. A Plague Tale Innocence, I think it was called, or something like that.
yes.
It was an amazing adventure. I mean, it was a really good just travel through adventure game with rats all over the place
Uh-huh.
and your brother being like whatever. I don't want to give away too much in case somebody hasn't played it, but it's awesome. If you haven't played A Plague's Tale Innocence, go play it. I haven't played this one yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I think this is also out in Steam now, right?
Yeah, it's been out for a little bit. Yeah, October
Ooh.
23, 2022, so and
emotional
it's
and breathtaking journey in the sequel to
I don't
the
know, maybe I'm waiting for a
award-winning
sale.
A Plague Tale Innocence.
buy too
Oh.
many games
A Plague
already.
Tale Requiem again takes us to the medieval Europe.
Same.
Yeah, look at all the
This
rats.
production is set
The
in
the
13th
thing they did with
century,
rats
and after
was
the
so
events
good.
presented in the original,
Uh-huh.
the plague that struck France is not over yet. Just like
Tell
the
me about
wars
it. I
of
haven't
Taurus
played that
Park.
game yet.
Amicia and
I have
Hugo,
it, but I haven't
the
ins-
duo
I
of
haven't
characters known from the
played it.
original, must once again face
You should
adversity
definitely play
and
it.
fight for their lives.
There's a lot of parts with rats. Like the plague is the rats.
Yeah. My brother kept telling me to actually play it too.
I feel my mind going. I know. Think of your brother. We have to carry on.
Wow. Even the sound. The sound is just riveting.
And next,
I mean, the rats are kind of like oh, what's the
me
assassin
that.
game?
Um,
There's
Assassin's Creed?
no,
Thief?
no.
Dishonored?
Dishonored. Dishonored has like the little rats, and you could like tell them to attack people. It's like that on crack, because there's like millions of rats, and like they're afraid of fire. So there's parts where you're going through with like a torch, and you're like, "Stay away from me, rats!" Like it's, but the way they have it, I don't know how they textured it or whatever. The way they animated and did the rats, it's really smooth. Like you'd think it would like bog down your computer or something, but it runs really well and it looks really
Very-
good.
Very optimized. Before that though, I wanted to add earlier, like why I enjoy the Warhammer series so much. It's because it's a perfect blend of elements or genres that I love so much. Doesn't that make sense to you? Like Warhammer is like the 40k is like a perfect blend of medieval, sci-fi, and horror.
I guess. I mean, I don't think, it's not a perfect blend of medieval and sci-fi. I think 40k is just straight up sci-fi. Now, it's
Real?
got fantasy characters, but it's straight sci-fi.
Oh, right,
There's
and
no
fantasy.
medieval aspect of it. But
Well, it is like I mean, the way the legions are set up, the way their gothic monasteries are set up in space. So it's pretty much like in medieval in space.
yeah, I guess
I mean-
I guess you got it right with like the way they have religion and stuff done. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah,
medieval
yeah.
style religion.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They capture that element so well. But yes, please proceed.
We have
I'm-
Renown.
Now we
It's
have
another
Renown.
realistic medieval multiplayer survival games with RGB.
It's a survival game.
Renown takes the most enjoyable.
So
and
many
popular
medieval
aspects
games,
of
they go with the
contemporary
survival
open world
route.
Survival games, which include building, progression, and social
This
politics.
might be something right
These
up
are
your
the
alley. I know
combined
you
close
like a lot of
quarters,
survival
skill-based
games.
combat to create an
I am,
immersive
but
and engaging
I like
multiplayer
ones where they can
experience.
make it for single player. See, this is a lot of these are like dedicated to multiplayer, where it's like, oh, there's inner whatnot with, like, why can't I play a single player experience? It's because single player costs money to develop. Multiplayer, it's like the players will make it good.
Mm-hmm.
We shouldn't be required to make the game good.
Oh wow, this is gonna be so PvP focused,
Oh, definitely.
almost like Rust or
And that's-
DayZ.
So Rust does well because they have that quick turnaround resetting. Like people build
Ah.
and boom, and the servers reset. So it cycles well.
Well, now we'll talk about Senua's
The ones where it
Saga.
takes, like, forever to build
Hellblade
your
2 is the
base, and then
next
you're
entry in
attacked
the
because
psychological horror
somebody's
dark
got a
fantasy
friend
franchise
and you
from
don't.
Yeah.
developer Ninja Theory. During the game, the players once again take on the role of Senua, a Celtic warrior known from the first
Ooh.
part of the series.
Wow, they're
Senua's
bringing this
Saga,
back.
Hellblade 2 remains one of
I'm not gonna
Microsoft's
lie, I haven't
most
finished the
mysterious
first
projects,
game yet.
not to
Really?
mention
Like, I
the
lost
most
interest.
Anticipated upcoming Unreal Engine 5 games that we've
It was
seen
good.
so
That's a
far.
That's a problem with me. Like, if I was midway through, I was almost done with it. It's just that I lost interest because I stopped, and I
Yeah.
haven't touched the game for like almost a year.
I think I played that one all the way through, like straight from
Yeah,
beginning to the end.
I remember. I think it was last year.
It was great being all crazy and nuts and the voices in your head. And now that I have like better headphones and spatial audio, I bet it's even more like crazy.
Before this game launches, maybe I'll probably do a run through of that.
Okay, now let's talk
Manor
about Manor
Lords.
Lords as a medieval strategy game
looked
that
at this
combines
one.
Manor
deep,
Lords.
organic and realistic city building with large-scale tactical battles. Manor Lords aims to provide a gratis, organic city building experience with full freedom of placement and rotation.
It's
Utilizing
pretty
Wow,
good. I
this-
played the
tools to
demo
make
of it.
planning more comfortable.
This is like RTS with FPS.
No,
Is that
they're
like
just
it?
showing like ground level stuff.
But dude, he mentioned something about large scale battles. Like, how large is large? Because majority of the servers that I've been seeing, it's usually just 100 players, 50-50.
Well, I
Is
don't
that
think
large?
this is like player thing. It's an RTS. Like you're not gonna be large scale
okay.
battles in a, yeah. Like
I'm
Total
sorry.
War, but there's no like turn based thing in between.
Okay.
So see they
I
have
thought
like the
this was,
Total
like-
War like army controls and stuff.
Okay. Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
I was
it
thinking
looks cool.
FPS kind of
I
deal.
mean,
I like it.
Well, the next number is Furthest Frontier. It's
I was not a
complex
fan
real-time strategy with an extensive economic
Of that
aspect,
one, the last
which
one?
takes us to a world
No, this one,
inspired by
Farthest
the
Frontier.
European Middle Ages, and
I
this
think I
is
have
an
it.
early access game. Protect
Oh.
and guide your people.
And right
as you
now
forge
it's
a town
just-
from untamed
It's
wilderness
got
at the edge of
problems.
the known world.
Let's say that.
Harvest raw materials, hunt, fish, and farm.
I'm
to
curious, what kind
survive.
of problems does it
Produce
have?
crafted items to trade.
It's like your
consume,
people
equip,
not
and
doing
fight with
stuff,
as you
or
battle for your survival
everybody's
against
dying,
the
and it's like,
elements
plant
and
the
outside
crops.
threats.
Like, you know. it's-
Now let's get into Noble's Life, Kingdom
Oh.
Reborn. It's a
Noble's
realistic
Life.
medieval noble simulator and at the same time a strategy game with historical depth.
There you
Manage your
go.
city and villages and make decisions in non-linear
So there's
events.
actually
Command defenses.
a few more coming out that are kind of like real-time strategy or
Uh-huh.
RTS-ish style games. Maybe not RTS.
I'm waiting.
City builders, where you play in a
Ah.
first-person view. And so,
Huh,
like,
int-
and that works in like medieval because like a town's not going to be
yeah.
like SimCity. You don't want to play SimCity in a first-person view. But like in a medieval game where you're starting off with like a hamlet, you're like building certain buildings, and you could actually cut down the trees and help, and then assign
Right.
workers to like do stuff. It's a really cool concept, and I actually have one in my Steam library that I was playing before I did
Mhm.
my computer rebuild. And it's kind of
What-
blocky, a little chunky. I can't think of the name right now, but it's pretty good. There's like a research aspect to it, and you have to feed your people, and so it adds kind of all those concepts there for you.
It's FPS X building game X strategy.
Exactly. So it's like a little here, a little there. Kind of adds a little bit of everything.
Sweet.
It might pop up in
That
this
sounds-
list. I don't know. But it's not as like photo awesome graphics because
Mm.
a lot of the games aren't.
An epic
Well,
stages and organized
but that being
dangerous
said,
raids.
FPS always feels like it's better. I mean, the medieval aspect type games feel so much better in medieval setting.
Yeah. Definitely. This
Or, I
looks
mean,
cool. It's like, oh, if they have building damage and stuff that looks like that, like I'm sold.
Yeah. Oh dang! Is this FPS?
Oh, look,
Or-
there's a building aspect to it. Yeah, this is a first person. You play as
Game?
you're the Lord. So it's like an adventure. You're playing as a noble, and also strategy.
Wow. Wow.
Looks cool. I'm down for new concepts.
Yep. And this is the whole purpose for videos like this or our streams like this, because it also helps us explore new games that we haven't even been anticipating.
Yeah. Like, look at this.
We look-
Like, there's like siege planning
Mhm.
on like a little wooden board. Like, rewind it a little bit and pause it. That's
Yeah.
just a cool way to do the UI. Where it's like, oh, here's a castle, and he's moving pieces onto like the
Plan
board
out
for
defense.
playing out the attack. Those little things, that's what makes it cool.
This brings me back to the movie Kingdom of Heaven. You know
Oh,
how
did it-
yeah, you know how he was tasked to defend the castle with only a few because they wouldn't listen. So they literally drew their entire forces into the desert because God wills it or something.
Seems
Yeah.
about
For
right.
those of you who haven't watched that movie yet, it's directed by Ridley Scott. It's a beautiful movie.
Kingdom of Heaven.
Kingdom of Heaven. Yeah.
I think I've watched it before, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's like what, 10 years
Starred
old?
by-
That movie, something like that.
Yeah, it's an old school movie because after Gladiator, Ridley Scott got so fixated to medieval movies, making medieval movies. He created the Robin Hood with Russell Crowe, I think, and he also created the Kingdom of Heaven. And I think after that he also did Black Hawk Down. So that was contrary to what I said, where he did a lot of medievals, but he had that fixation. He wanted
Yeah.
to recreate the gladiator charm and magic. That's why he did several medievals before he went for something else.
Huh. I thought it was funny that you said like he got into medieval by doing Gladiator. Gladiator's not even medieval.
Yeah, it was like, sort of.
But your classic like sword and board
Yeah,
type movie.
yeah, pretty much. That's right. That's what I was aiming for, but I forgot the era of the Roman Empire was like before pre-medieval.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think like the end of the Roman Empire is like the beginning of the medieval age, but don't
Ages,
quote me
yeah.
on that.
Strategy games that started in 1993. The title is also a reboot of the series. The setless
It's kind of this art
Oh.
style looks very World of Warcraft.
New gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, very high contrast.
Yeah. Like play WoW without calling it WoW.
And very
That's
cartoony.
cool. So you got like a third person guy and then
Yeah. It's almost like Sims too. Like Sims medieval. Medieval. Sims medieval. Oh,
Right.
there's war.
that's the important part in a lot of these games, not making them feel dead. Like I built a city,
Right.
it feels dead.
It's a peaceful city. There's got to be conflict.
Inquisitor is a story-driven, dark fantasy adventure game with action.
Oh, you like this.
Difficult moral choices.
The
Based on
Inquisitor.
the best-selling Inquisitor book series by Takek Piakara, the game takes
You
place
will
in
like
an
this.
alternative religious timeline. Once nailed to the cross and near death, Jesus becomes consumed by utter rage. He breaks free and unleashes violent vengeance on all the non-believers. Centuries pass and now an army of zealot inquisitors brutally enforce the fate in this blood-soaked charge.
But
Whoa.
unbeknownst, an ancient evil is lurking in the unworld, waiting to be released.
So is the Inquisitor the good guy? Because Inquisitors are usually the bad guy.
Yeah. In a sense, because their role was to purge, right?
Yeah. But although in a world where there's actually demons and whatnot, then the Inquisitors would have been good guys.
Yeah. They make sense.
Well, let's get into the Valiant.
That's why they
Valiant.
sound so awesome
RPG elements.
in
Embark on a journey
Warhammer.
of brotherhood and redemption in the Valiant. A squad-based
Oh, wow,
RPG
this is-
set in
this is almost
14th
like
century Europe and the Middle East.
Company of Heroes-ish.
Level up your medieval
It
knights
reminds
and
me
fight
more
your
of,
recipe campaign that take
Dawn of
your
War?
skills online in both
No, the Space
survival
Marines
and
game you were
competitive
playing.
MP modes.
Dawn of War.
Fighting the bugs.
Oh, Starship Troopers.
Yeah, like the camera distance and everything.
Ah.
Dawn of War is a little more like close up on your squads. This seems more like
That is
squad
true.
size and stuff. More equivalent to Starship Troopers.
Depends on which Dawn of War you're talking about, by the way, because the first Dawn of War was and its expansions was pretty much build. You know, think StarCraft, build, command, and conquer. See what I did there? Wink, wink. So the Dawn of War 2 was so much more squad focused rather than a building.
Medieval city building, kingdom managing game from Gigallo Entertainment.
Dawn of War 3,
Forces
I
you
don't
to
know what the
make
hell that
dire
was.
decisions that ensure the survival of your kingdom.
Gigallo
must be
3.
But-
lead. Every decision you make will have consequences, and the effects of those consequences will determine the morale of your kingdom.
I love this guy's voice. Consequences. You're gonna have consequences.
Wait,
Every choice defines your people. Oh. What kind of choices are we talking about?
Dipping your bucket in water.
Some of these games, they show like all these cinematics are like, here, this is what the game looks like, but they don't. They like, how am I controlling this? Am I top down, point and clicky? Am I walking around whipping people?
Gothic 1 is a remake of an RPG.
Oh, they're remaking Gothic 1?
What?
Gothic 1 was a terrible game, control-wise. So if they did a remake and actually made it playable...
I like the Gothic series.
Me too, but controlling your character was garbage. You're supposed to fight and it's like so bad.
Clunky. It was clunky.
Extremely so.
Man, this brings me back. Because back then, you know, it didn't take much to actually cheer us up. We were just like, cool, this is a cool game, and then sure, the gameplay sucks, but I don't know. I'm enjoying the story. It's similar to The Witcher, right? Like, Witcher 1, great story, but clunky.
I mean, the controls of Witcher 1 were even better than Gothic 1, though. Like, it was that bad, man. The controls were so bad for Gothic 1.
Oh,
now, I don't know with the controller, but at least playing mouse and keyboard, it was terrible. And I've played their newer games. Like, they have a newer one where it's like sci-fi in the future, but it's still like Gothic, kind of. And I think they have 2 in that same like universe. So it'd be cool for them to like take things they've gotten better at, remake 1. I remember in 1, you start off and you end up at that first town. And you can learn like the blacksmith. And then you just go like buy stuff and blacksmith and you can make like money just over and over again.
There were exploits.
Swords. Yeah, there were so many.
And that's the charm of old school games, because there were exploits. They were considered bugs. It's this I'm gonna deviate from medieval and move on to cyberpunk. It's the same with cyberpunk too. That's how I got a lot of my money. Like what happened was there was this painting that you can sell in a machine, and it'll give you that much money, and then you can just cheese your way to make so much more money. Like,
because it was a quest item, right?
Yeah, but so they actually fixed that now.
Which, it's a single player game. Why fix it? Like, if somebody wants to do the cheat code, let them do the cheat code. That's my thinking about it, at least.
Because single player games is a personalized experience.
Yeah, you can choose to do the exploit. Now, if it forced you to do an exploit, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
But if there's an exploit in a single player game and people find it, don't remove it.
Oh. Yeah.
It's a quirk. It's a feature now. It's not a bug, it's a feature.
That's what devs keep saying now.
Man, this game is dork.
Come on, let's head back. This is too dangerous.
Dude, my eyesight is starting to become so
giant spiders.
Whoa.
If you're arachnophobic, look away.
And next, we have Stormride. It's an upcoming open-world RPG set in the dark fantasy.
I'm looking forward to this, by the way.
Yeah.
You play the role of a young squire exploring a mysterious world full of chaos and conflict.
It's like a Skyrim fix.
Become a feared warrior and take part in large-scale events that will shape the future of Redreach.
But I think that's pushing a little bit too far, comparing it to Skyrim. Please don't kill me, fans. But
I mean,
like,
open world, like game.
I mean, if you have like a fixation to Skyrim, that would fill up that void.
They may, I wouldn't be very interested in this.
It's Japanese-ish or Korean.
I'm just not.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm okay with it.
In my medieval games, that's not what I'm looking for.
It's very arcade.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
I mean, I wouldn't consider it really like a medieval game.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to be dark and gritty. If you're doing medieval, dark and gritty.
Final Fantasy 16 is actually going that route.
Yeah. Going for a darker go.
Yeah, and the community is kind of divided. I'm part of like a Facebook community for Final Fantasy, and they're very divided about it.
I mean, it's not their style. Their
Yeah.
style's been kind of bright.
Something like this, right?
Yeah, this is very. I mean, it's probably made by them.
Oh shoot, Valkyrie I think was Enix.
Square Enix.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That probably explains it.
Protect your settlements from the dangers of war-torn Japan and rise from simple peace.
Oh,
Here you
like
go.
this.
This is like medieval Japan.
I like this. I like this.
All these people are gonna die.
Bushido.
That's the thing too. In a lot of these like city builder games, you have no reason to give a crap about your people or your soldiers, or like if they die, or oh no, we've been attacked. Big deal. Like these people died, but if you're able to like be like, no, that's George, man. George has been here since day one, chopping trees and working at the lumber mill. He's got kids and a family. Like, how do you instill that in like a city-esque builder?
I don't know about you, but I've always been very, very careful with my people. That's why every time I play a strategy game, I care much more about the losses that I'm taking, and I'm way more calculated in the way I approach. That's why if you notice whenever we play
Yeah,
Company
your
of
guys
Heroes,
are always retreating.
Yes.
Where's
yes,
Sean's guys?
because
We're here.
retreat.
They're running back to the base.
Yes, because I don't want like okay, cut your losses as quickly as possible. I think that's something that I need to learn. Like you gotta accept losses, but I don't like, especially if it's my guys. Even if it's just a computer game, I don't want losing them. Like I'd
No
rather
one will
have
be
them.
lost.
Yeah, like okay, if they're pinned down, just retreat, recover, and fight again another day. Pretty much very very guerrilla, very guerrilla. But that was just me. I care more. Even in Halo, when I play Halo, I try my best to make the Marines survive,
I will keep them all alive.
even if they do dumb shit.
There are FPSs that are pretty good at making you give a crap about keeping your dudes alive.
Yeah.
But I think it's easier when you're like looking for the eyes. But I'm guessing this is like a third-person combat game, like a third-person adventure.
Well, now we
They didn't really
It
show much
seems-
in that
It's a
trailer.
turn-based tactical RPG with a gripping
Yeah.
cinematic narrative set in
Time-based
a
tactical
empire riven by
RPG.
the Civil War.
Turn-based?
The role of a charming mercenary captain, Eden, and lead his band of allies through the epic encounters on
you
the
say.
classic turn-based battlefield.
Turn-based, you say?
I just had the audio cut out.
Yep.
You have the same thing?
Yep. I'm not hearing anything too. I think it's the video.
Yeah, it must be the video.
Yeah.
So we got Shadows of Cilicia. So this, that is the art style of that other game I was talking about, where like you have your people. and you're going
Ah,
it's that kind of like polygonish art style. And your people are very
wait a minute.
pawn like.
Religious disputes and war are not the only concerns of the inhabitants of this land.
I remember you
Darkness
saying
marks an
something
ancient
about this.
evil, and the hero must face this mysterious force.
It's not bad either.
Yeah, I mean, it's very. It kind of
Cartoony.
reminds me of Zomboid. Like, it's that same art style. It's like medieval Zomboid. Guy got hit by lightning.
Welcome to Avowed.
Y-
It's a next
you know
epic
what
first-person
game
RPG set in the
would be
fantasy
so
world
good
of Yora,
is set
a world
in the
we have
medieval
previously
era?
visited in the Pillars of Eternity series.
Witch hunts.
Avowed will be fully open world and much larger.
think
than
Have you
They've
seen
had
that
some
movie?
but not necessarily
witch hunting
in total
games,
size.
but
The worlds will be denser and more contrasted, which
Single
presumably
player.
means diverse.
So
There will be a big
imagine a
focus on
story
activity,
similar to
mining, and
Season of the
making
Witch.
AI systems, and
Have you seen
there
that
will be
movie?
real-time
Nicolas
weather
Cage?
systems.
yeah,
Ron Perlman.
no, that would be cool.
Now our oaths.
You know,
Like
I'm
the
always
quit-
surprised they never made a supernatural movie or video game. Like, they've set up
Isn't
all
that
the
super-
lore and stuff in Supernatural, the TV show.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, where's the game where I get to play Sam and Dean driving around fighting vampires and punching the undead in the face?
Is an oath worth the weight of a crown?
I guess a witch hunt game was pretty much The Witcher.
Kinda, because I guess there are like witches, but there's a lot of games with different stuff. That was a pretty cool video. There was some I didn't even know about.
Same here.
Most of them I think I did know, but so go check out Now Gaming Time. They're
Mm-hmm.
they put
Links in
together
the
this little
description
video.
below. It should be on the description now. If you're on YouTube watching us, it's on our YouTube description. All said and done.
Sorry about the other descriptions, but
Yeah.
we get the one. And just so if anybody doesn't know, you can actually watch us on or catch the episodes on Facebook, Twitter. When we're live, it's on Twitter. I think Twitter drops videos after a while.
Yeah.
YouTube, Rumble, and then we're live on Twitch also. So we're kind of just live on everywhere. So anybody can kind of watch.
We're available to everywhere just for you.
So it looks like the next one you got here is a Chivalry 2 video. I don't know if we're
I
gonna watch this whole thing because it's like 25 minutes long, but
we can skip through it and just see how the whole medieval
take
playthrough
a
actually
look.
plays. Yeah.
So this
With that
is
brutality-
Chivalry
2.
2.
Yes.
Guy throwing a box
He
at
just-
him.
Oh, that was funny.
So
But-
the one thing that kept me from playing this game was
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of stuff where there is a lot of cheating that goes on in this game. Because part of the
For real?
combat style is like the damage is done by physics based. A lot of it's like physics based stuff. So
Yeah.
like you're swinging hard. So people have things where they like basically created macros that'll spin their character to do like
Yeah.
maximum hits.
I've seen Goatman actually. He was teaching me that technique too. Like when you swing your sword, you wanna push forward, then backward, then forward, then you swing it in an 8
Yeah, you're like gaining
figure 8.
momentum.
Yeah. I couldn't master that. It was such a challenge. So what I had to do was like play Bowman.
Ah,
But I like the Crusaders too because the Crusader has shields. But shields do break. Oh, look at that. I just
the decapitation
Swipe.
was on point.
yeah. And you can throw your stuff too. That's amazing.
Pick
And
up
pick up
whatever.
your- Yeah. This is pretty much squad in medieval. The only reason why I kind of uninstalled the game is because I can't play with you guys over there. Like I find servers to play. The problem is
Yeah.
because of my location, my ping is terrible. And they
So
kick you out if you have high ping.
You're stuck fighting the Chinese.
yeah, or anybody in my area. And the issue with that, like if I try to force it, is imagine you're playing with 200 to 300 ping.
Oh yeah.
Your reaction time is so much more slower than your opponent.
It's not good for you, and it's not good for people playing with you. Like,
yeah,
people teleporting because they have terrible ping is just as annoying to the person playing
Oh,
with
no.
the ping as it is the other people.
I don't have a problem with the teleportation thing. Like, I'm not teleporting. I'm not lagging. It's just a ping. Like,
you're not lagging to you, but that doesn't mean you're not lagging to them. Like, there's going to be an input lag based on the ping.
Possibly.
So how'd they get through the gate? Did they had a battering ram or something?
Yeah, there is a battering ram. And then you can also use ladders to just climb, and then you can also climb on windows, I think. The fun part is when you're using siege wagons, like those siege towers.
Yeah.
Like that I find that so fun, just trying to climb that. Bam.
Kind of off.
And then the cavalry.
Oh, they have cavalry? Where's the cavalry? Didn't see any.
No, you can use chicken. Throw the chicken. So yes, there is cavalry in this game.
Something, just the beheading reminded me, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the game Rune?
Rune, yeah.
I would be down for another Rune game. If they came out with like a new, like pretty Rune game. That was such a good game, like where you bashing the shields, and slicing limbs off, and Rune was an awesome game.
I
would run around.
I would
chickens,
watch it.
I would play it. Chicken shield.
Yep.
He did use this chicken as a shield.
Bam.
He's killing people with a chicken.
Oh, he got decapitated. Too much for the chicken shield.
Chicken shield, not best shield.
Buck, 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 buck. Pull them back.
So did
Scare
they
them with
limit anything in the game? Like, can you only have so many archers on a team and so many something on a team, or?
I honestly can't remember, but I think you all can roll an archer.
Oh, okay.
But the cool thing about this game is there are different game types. Like, there's a game type where all players only, but most of these games usually have NPCs.
Oh, they're like filler bots to make it more.
Yeah.
More intense.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I think bots in game is a good thing. Plus, it allows you to play single player if you want. Like,
I don't know if this has single player though.
Oh, then that's terrible.
Yeah. I wish there was, because like a really good story, because look at the graphics, dude. It looks it really looks good.
Yeah, even if they were battles like with just story panels between, you know, like, oh, we slept the night and we went over to this town and this fight happened or whatever. You don't even need a lot besides the battles to happen, but spend a little time with some story.
Bam, dead.
Finished.
Finished him, or finish him. It's funny, that downed element. That was so Squad, or Hell Let Loose. I like how these different games actually pulled some elements. There's also another game that I think we can react to in later episodes, Jason. Like the Revolution era, American Revolution era, Napoleonic Wars.
Uh-huh.
There's a game like that now, And there is also a recent game also about the War of Gettysburg. It's American Civil War game.
Yeah, I've played. There's a first person
Yeah.
Civil War game, and it could be cool, but it sucks because nobody's playing it, and it's built completely for multiplayer.
Yep.
So
You
you
gotta
try to
have a really
play.
good group.
Well, you need like a group of 50, like
Mhm,
to
mhm,
have fun
mhm.
with it. And you get on, and there's like 6 people playing the game.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I refunded it. I played it for like an hour,
Uh-huh.
tried, got into the games. Sometimes like the game just broke,
Mhm.
and I ended up being like, well, man, this ain't my cup of tea. So I did the refund. I don't refund a lot of games.
Aw. I'm so sorry. But I have fun just watching YouTube videos about it. It's like, okay, this is my experience in that game, and apparently it was fun. It was this and that. But that's the thing, like, once the experience is fun, I kinda stick to that game. Like, I tend to gravitate to it. I'm gonna try out Hell Let Loose soon because a buddy of mine who also introduced Chivalry to me wanted me to try out Hell Let Loose because he noticed that I like Squad, but it's more, um, you know, World War II. Maybe you'd like to join
Right.
me, Jason? That would be wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing squad every now and then. I'll just hop in and play a little bit.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Things that bug me about squad.
Y
So maybe I just
uh,
why can't I just join my friend? Oh, look, my friend is playing squad. I would like to join him. What server is he on?
uh,
Or when we try to play
that
together, like which server are you clicking on? Oh, I'm clicking on this server. Oh, hopefully there's slots in that one. Why can't we like? Oh, we're in a group of 4. Find a
Mhm.
server, or like that stuff seems very oversight. Like people want to play games with their friends. Like, is that so crazy?
Um, I I I also that's also one of my biggest struggles with squad because I do like to play with you and I just don't know when you're playing. The thing there is I also get why that is also the case because once you're in with a really good group, you just steamroll everything. That's why there are servers in squad where people bitch about the fact that hey, these guys are tagged guys. Like these guys are like, um, what do you call that? Guilds.
Yeah, but
And then it gets really one sided so easily.
right, because they play with each other all the time or whatever. But
Yeah.
they have a private server system, and
Mm,
I mean a lot of those guys will play on like private servers, and
yeah.
it's I don't think it's asking much to be able to be like, hey, I want to play on a server. Where's my friend at?
Or
Even if you're
party
not
up.
on the same team, maybe it doesn't let you be on the same team, but you're at least in the same server.
Yeah. Oh, I would like that. Just let me know if you're playing squad though. Or I'll probably do the same thing. I'll let you know if I decide to play squad because sometimes I play really late night for you
I
just
think we're
because.
gonna call
Yeah.
the episode here. One because I've had terrible upload. I don't know, and it's made you choppy, so I'll have to see if I can tweak something.
Not a problem, sir. But this was a fun episode, guys. I enjoyed looking at games that we didn't know. Again, if you like what we do, if you love our content, please um, like, subscribe, share, comment. It helps the channel grow, and it helps us also. It motivates us to continue doing a lot of these things for you. So,
I mean, or even if
um,
you hate us, leave a comment.
yeah,
Just be like,
yeah.
I hate you. You're terrible. What the hell are you doing? I mean, we're
Eating
just having
lollipop
fun.
all day.
We
Yeah.
have no lives, so we decided to do this. That's what we're doing.
We have no lives. That's why we decide to go live. Wink, wink.
Your joke's terrible. Terrible.
Okay.
All right.
I'll I'll show myself out now.
We'll roll the
Let me
awkward stare credits.
let me show myself out.